Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring to you a video on the Charge Blade preview, all monster types and attacks, Datamine guide. One of the hottest news in the Vernal Invader is the official release of Charge Blade. So the Charge Blade is coming, and in this video we are going to preview the Charge Blades from the Datamines in Reddit. And we're also going to analyze all possible mechanics from the trailer. So as you saw, there's a trailer, it has all the mechanics, and there's also a Datamine file with all the motion values as well as the special attack, or not special attack, special skill. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. First, we're going to start off with the Datamine list of Charge Blades. Thanks to Revolutionary Wind 846 for the Datamine Reddit list. So this is going to be a long list, so I'm going to break it down by multiple pages. As you see, there's a lot of line of text here. So the thing about this list, it may help you decide what to farm for the 20th anniversary event, because a lot of current monsters and future monsters are on this list. And here's a note, the Datamine line code reads like this. So you have the monster type, followed by Charge Blade, and then the weapon grade. So let's just give an example. As you see, on the top you see Ore Charge Blade 2. That means that's the Iron Ore Charge Blade, so Iron. Then you see Charge Blade, and then it starts off from grade 2 all the way to grade 10. And now for page 1 of Charge Blade monster types, we have the Ore Charge Blade, which is the raw Charge Blade. You're using Iron Ore. That goes from grade 2 to grade 10. Next up we have Great Jagras Charge Blade, which is Water Elemental, and it goes from grade 2 to grade 10. Next up we have Great Gyros Paralysis Element, grade 2 to grade 10. And last on this page, we have Tobi Kadachi, which is of the Thunder Element from grade 2 to grade 10. Moving on to page 2 for Charge Blade monster types, we have Gyratotis, which of course is the Water Elemental, and it goes from grade 3 to grade 10. Next, we have the Rathian Charge Blade, which is of the Poison Elemental from grade 4 to grade 10. Next up, you can't have Rathian without Rathalos, and Rathalos, of course, is the Fire Elemental from grade 5 to grade 10. And we have Diablos, the double of Monster Hunter, and we have its Charge Blade. Of course, it's the Raw Element from grade 5 to grade 10. Now, the next upcoming pages are pretty sweet. Starting off at page 3 for Charge Blade monster types, we have Pink Rathian. The subspecies is a Poison Elemental Charge Blade, which starts at grade 5 to grade 10. Next up we have Azure Rathalos, which of course is Fire, from grade 5 to grade 10. Zinogre, a Zinogre Charge Blade, which is a Thunder Elemental from grade 5 to grade 10. And one of the newer monsters, we had Odogaron, which is Charge Blade, starts from grade 4 to grade 10, and I don't know, but will Bleed be... There's a new status ailment, but will that mean there'll be a new element in Bleeding? I don't know, we'll find out in the March Major update. Now it gets even more exciting. At page 4 for Charge Blade monster types, we have Devil Joe. Is it going to be of the Dragon Element? I don't know, but it'll go from grade 5 to grade 10. We have good old Legiana, the OG Ice Monster Hunter now is really kind of piss you off and really strong, which is of course the Ice Element at grade 5 to grade 10. And now my personal favorite, she is here, she is in the Datamine, and she is coming to Charge Blade. We have the Black Diablos Charge Blade, which of course is of the Raw, no element, and it is going from grade 5 to grade 10. And just to randomly throw this in there, we have Bariath, which is also going to be Raw, from grade 4 to grade 10. And last but not least, on the last page for Charge Blade monster types, on page 5, we have Kushala Daora, which, as you see on the text line here, is from grade 6 to grade 10. Kind of disappointing that Elder Dragons aren't coming to the game in March. This line may reveal that Elder Dragon weapons will start at grade 6, which is kind of good, because depending on what type of system they implement in here, please God don't just put them in a hatch, because that'd be a terrible idea to pit one of the most flagship and greatest set of monster category into something as plain as, okay, we're just going to slap it at the end of a hat. So the good thing about them not coming out in March, it just looks like there's going to be a system, or might be something for Elder Dragons, but another video than that later. In addition, we have additional Charge Blades in the Datamine. First off, we have the large monster Beatotis, and the Elder Dragons. Whenever they decide to come in the game, we have the Elder Dragon Eater, Nergigante. I hated this thing, and whenever it's coming to the world, I can't wait to kill it. And we have Also, we have Valhazak from the Rotten Vale, and of course, the monster, the giant volcanic destroyer, or like, I don't know, it's a molten lava thing, and it's huge, so yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we have Zora Magdaros, Charge Blade, coming to Monster Hunter now, eventually. Moving on, here's some example gameplay from Monster Hunter World in Iceborne of the Charge Blade. So the Charge Blade is a technical weapon, a very technical weapon in fact, and as you see, it can morph from a sword and shield combo into a high-powered axe. And the Charge Axe has two modes like you see here, sword and axe mode. So energy stored in the sword and axe can be released through the axe, and this is what's called elemental discharges. So the thing what happens with the Charge Blade is attacking in sword mode builds up file energy and charges your file gauge. This allows you to charge your Charge Blade and perform elemental discharge attacks by transforming into axe mode. You're also able to guard with Charge Blade. So there's a lot of fancy things you can do with Charge Blade. It is a very powerful weapon if used in the right hands, and as you see here, it can smack the crap out of a lot of monsters, and it can be also a lot of fun to play with. Speaking of playing around, here's the Datamine physical attack values for the Charge Blade. These are all the attack names, and I'm not going to put video examples from World, nor am I going to crop every single last piece of text. I'm just going to put a list of the attack names. This would make it easier, and I'm going to make a guide when Charge Blade comes out anyways, so might as well just make a guide with visual attack examples from the actual gameplay rather than drawing it from other sources when it actually releases. But here's a sneak peek of all the attack names and the physical attack values, so for those of you Charge Blade mains, you can get really excited right away. We have the sword forward slash, the sword return stroke, the sword morph slash, sword's charge double slash, sword spinning slash, sword shield thrust, sword weak slash, and the sword charge rising slash. Next up, we have the physical attack values for the axe. These are the axe dash slam, the axe overhead slash, the axe rising slash, and the axe side slash. And last but not least, we have the Datamine physical attack values for the element discharge. You have the axe element discharge, axe amped element discharge, and the axe super amped elemental discharge. In addition, the Datamine also revealed the Charge Blade's special attack, which is a super amped element discharge. Here's an example right here from the Vernal Invader clip, and it's a powerful overhead slash, and bam, right there. Super cool, and can't wait to use it. Last but not least, there were also Datamine text on the file values, but I didn't cover it here since we don't know how the file system will work till the Charge Blade actually releases. I didn't want to put a thing on here and then it's like, okay, it's like the dual blades where you tap the special skill button and then you go into demon mode. So yeah, I'll just wait till that comes out, and then on the Charge Blade guide, I'll put it then. But small fun fact, as you see here with the Charge Blade as revealed on the Vernal Invader trailer, you can actually guard with it using the shield from the Charge Blade, which is actually really cool, which makes it one of the versatile, if not the most versatile weapon in the game once it releases right now. With that being said, please do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I'm excited to create all this content when the Vernal Invader finally releases, and I will see y'all on the next video.